Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I hope your day is going well so far. In today's reading we're gonna look into a falling friendship. So a friendship that you feel like you're disconnected to this person. Maybe for some of you it's a friendship that is over and you might want to find some closure or why it happened. But also it could be just a feeling that you have about a friend, that you feel more distant, that you feel more disconnected. So we're gonna look into that. We want to know, what does this person feel and think about you, about the situation. Basically, what's their opinion on that, and why is this falling off in their eyes. So, as usual, we have three pal. Pal 1 with the 7th house relationship, or this blue Scarabee, or Scarab. I'm not sure how you say that in English. It might be very similar, but I'm sorry. Pal 2 with 3rd house of communication, with the orange one, who kind of looks like bronze or brownish orange color. And Pile 3 with Descendant, Invitation, and the black one. By the way, if you're, whether you're new or not here, I'm filming on my phone and it kind of looks yellowish, and I'm pretty sure it's the reflection of the light on this and so for today it's gonna be it. I'm trying things that I bought on my trip. I'll probably try another one next week, so if you do not like that, it might come back in the future and it might not, we'll see. But please do not let that scare you away, if I can say. But anyway, that I really wanted to say that. So I'm gonna give you some time to choose your pal. You can pause the video if you need more time. Use your intuition to guide you. Close your eyes if you feel the need to, if you feel like you're more connected with your spirit guides and your intuition. Maybe it's the card that will tell you which pal to pick, or the Scarabee, whichever it is, or even the numbers. There's no right or wrong, so trust your gut, trust your intuition, and I'm gonna see you in your reading. Hello Pal1, welcome back. If you chose the 7th house or the blue Scarab, then this is your pal. Like I mentioned, we're gonna look into what does this person thinks about your friendship falling off with them. So it's mainly their opinion, their feelings, just to give you some introspection, some clues, maybe some closure for some of you. And the first thing I have to say would be about you, because you're the one watching this video, but you chose the blue Scarab. For some reason I felt really the need to tell you this, because your tarot is also blue, so maybe and the background is also in the blue. I really feel like you're quite calm. You know, the color blue is mostly associated with somebody at ease, somebody very calm, somebody very serene. And I truly feel like this is kind of the energy that you give off. So maybe that's just for some of you. Maybe it's just someone who needed clarification to see if you chose the right path because you hesitated or not. But if that's the case, then I'm glad I said it. If not, then you can just let it go if it doesn't resonate. Other than that, you also by choosing the blue Scarab, you also chose the 7th house. I feel like And we'll see what the other cards has to say, because maybe this would be extremely specific and only relating to one of you. You'll know if it's for you or not. But maybe for some of you it's just a friendship that naturally fall off. Maybe some of you moved away, or this person moved away, because it feels like you're somebody who's really taking care of its relationship. With this card here, feels like you're a people person, you're a family person, you're a friends person, whatever your case is. It could even be all of the above. But this card really gives me this vibe of, but you're good with people. You're good at taking care of them, at making them feel listened to, seen. You know, they know they're there for you. I mean, they know that you are there for them. That's what I mean. So keep that in mind, okay? But we'll see the rest of your tarot. I'm just gonna move your card here. So for your tarot, we have the Queen of Cups, Death, the Four of Swords, Strength, the Ten of Swords, the Lovers, the King of Swords, and the Five of Cups. I have to say that the first thing I have, especially with the Four and the Ten of Swords, even with the King, I immediately, when I saw these cards came out, the word bitterness came in my mind. So I think we are channeling a friend that fall off from you, that is bitter with you, that has some resentment in some way. Again, it might not be the case with everyone, but it is there. So if you resonate, keep that in mind, okay? Because it does feel like somebody here didn't expect to lose you. Somebody didn't expect something to happen that had happened. I feel like it's someone who felt like you will always be there, you know? But something happened and you weren't. And for some of you with the Lover's card, it might be because of a new relationship. Maybe you had a new partner. It could also be in their case, okay? So if it's not the case, then maybe it's them. They felt like when they got this new person, you were not acting the same. This might be it, okay? So you can always reverse what I'm saying if it's you or the other, okay? But strongly feel like you got somebody new, or you got a new opportunity, because it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be a new friend, it could be a new job even, but strongly in the area of relationship, okay? And it feels like that's what make them lose you in a way. That's what make a change happen in the relationship you share with this person, and it really, really hurt them. You were probably very close. At least this person feel like you were very close, maybe like your brother or sister even, for some of you. For some of you, they could also have shared deeper feelings for you that they were hiding. Maybe some of you knew, but in order to protect this friendship, you decide to never talk about this, to never explore this. Maybe you did, maybe you don't, but maybe for some of you, it's somebody who loved you more than a friend, more than a sister or brother, and then they wanted to be with you and they couldn't. And it couldn't because at some point you were with somebody else, and they realized that it will never happen, and now they truly lost you. With the King of Swords, there might have been a discussion for some of you though. And it doesn't have to be in regard of their feelings for you, although for those of you who resonate, it could be a part of you at least. But maybe for some of you, this friendship fall off on an argument. At least it does feel that way right now. Yeah, some things were said harshly, bitterly, without thinking, really. And I think on both sides. So yes from you and also from them. And usually you probably were good at communicating between the two. So maybe in the past, before that happened, you were good at coming back together, apologizing, and see the other point of view. And yet this time it was different. This time it was just like, I heard ghost radio. Maybe it's like two things, but they said it at the same time. So maybe they wanted to say like being ghosted, but also no signal on the radio, something like that, on both sides. So it's like silently from each perspective, from you and this person, after this argument, it was decided, I'm not the one who's gonna apologize first. I'm not the one who has to apologize. I'm not the one who has to make a move to reconcile. But you both were taking this, so nobody did, and it never changed. With all the swords I have, I truly feel like this person was really, really, really hurt, and they didn't see why they should be apologizing to you. Yeah. I think they felt like this crocodile, like you were the villain in their story. You were the villain in this situation. They were innocent. They were the victim. And I even heard like it's not the first time. So it feels like they might have been sacrificing things on their part for you that you probably never even realized for some of you. But for them, it was like, okay, that's enough. I lost so much. I sacrificed everything in order to keep up with your life, to keep up with you, to stay with you because I care about you. And yet you don't see me, you don't apologize. There's strongly something about that. I'm sorry if the camera's moving because when I talk I tend to move. Oh, sorry. Oh, I heard the ghost in the room, but mostly in the sense of the elephant in the room. So there might have been something between you two that they're talking about, that if you're related to this, you know. It's like you never talk about the elephant in the room from there, but also from your part. Honestly, that could go back to someone having deeper feelings or secrets, because death, yeah, maybe there's something else that they knew that you knew, or that you both knew about something or someone related to your friendship that was really like letting a black cat, I was about to say a black cat, maybe you do, but a black clouds on top of you, on top of both of you. But yeah, maybe you both were trying to hide something and trying to act like it doesn't matter, but it did. And you know, might be very specific and you might not like that, but with what I'm saying, what I just said and the death card, I feel like they might have been the one bringing that up again, and that's what started an argument. That's what started the falling off, because you didn't want to bring it up, you didn't want to face it, you didn't want to talk about it or to see it, but they were over it. and they wanted to clarify and let that go so that you could both move on. But that didn't happen as planned in their mind. At least it was easy in their mind. It was like, okay, I'm gonna clear out this and then it's gonna be better. But it didn't happen that way. Somebody here might have been told by the other that they're too emotional. With the Queen of Cups, it might be very specific, okay? But I really heard like you're too emotional, but in an insult tone. Kind of like it's not a good thing, you know? And the other is more in their mind. Because you do have a king and a queen, but very different. One is really in their mind, one is really in their emotion. So this could be representing you and the other, or the other and you. I also heard not realistic. Maybe it was also something that was said to someone. Like you're not realistic about the situation, about something. No matter what happened or how it happened, there's a lot of pain here. And I think it's in both parties, if I can use this term. But definitely someone is more holding onto it. And probably mostly holding onto their pain because, and I feel like it's this person. And it feels like they're holding on to this pain, and also this idea that you're going to apologize someday. You're going to come back to your senses, and you're gonna talk it out, and it's gonna be fine again. Because I don't think it's something they're ready to lose. They might have people in their life telling them to let you go, to let this friendship completely come to ashes, you know, disappear. It's not worth it. But they're not ready. Not yet, at least. I'm gonna show you the oracles you have and we'll see. So we have hallucination, balance, everything is falling into place, ridiculous, metamorphosis, which is a song by Interworld, if you want to listen to it. If I remember correctly, it's mostly sound. I don't think it actually sing in this one. I think it's the genre is funk, but I'm not sure. But if you're interested, I would advise to really listen to how you feel about the sound, because I don't think there's lyrics in this one. But I might be wrong in thinking of another one. And we have 7-7, luck, wonderful things are about to happen. And you have garden heliotrope, devotion and dreams fulfilled. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. That's a cute flower. Yeah, with hallucination, ridiculous, I go back to, what did I heard? I just said like somebody insulting the other. You know, it goes back to this moment. It goes back to telling, oh, you're too emotional. Oh, that's ridiculous. It goes like, it feels like it's something, an argument that you have because one of you didn't believe the other, didn't believe the reaction the other had. Maybe they found you ridiculous. They found the situation that you were both in ridiculous. And it's ridiculous altogether if it was a friendship that you had since the beginning of your life, basically since 10 years or more, you know, and that everything falls apart over an argument. That could be what's ridiculous for this person. Hallucination strongly makes me feel like the too emotional, the too dreamy person, that you're not grounded, you're not, what's the term? It's like you're not realistic. It does feel like that. So those might be terms that were said at some point. Everything is falling into place and wonderful things are about to happen. I have to go with my feelings about one. And these two right now makes me feel like it is something that happened for a reason for both of you. And it is something that was necessary to happen for both of you. So being honest with what I'm getting right now, I feel like most of you are not gonna reconcile this friendship. And it is okay. And it is necessary for you to make the place for something that had to be there but couldn't. So that might be for one of you, but it had to be said. Okay? And if it can reassure this person or multiple person, I think like it's something that needed to happen on both parties for both of you. It's like you kind of, oh my god, I have this image in my head. I think it's called a cloth. Just imagine like something you wash your hands with, or you wash something, it's full of water, and then you just get rid of all the water. I feel like that's the representation that Spirit is trying to give of your friendship, that it lasted very, very long, and you really use it until you couldn't anymore. You went to the bottom of it. You went to all the avalanche that you could get. Honestly, I just hope you can see where I'm going with this. You got rid of all the water possibly in this cloth, in this material that represents your friendship. It was basically time to be over. There was nothing else to be had or to be said or anything like that. Even if you do not listen to the song Metamorphosis, only its name can tell you like it's about change, it's about transforming, it's about move. Death also is representing change in your reading, something being over so that you can start a new one, like a cycle ended so that a new one could start. The metamorphosis with the butterfly, for example, which become passed from a chenille. What's a chenille in English? I don't remember, but you know, like the thing in its cocoon, and then it becomes a butterfly. By the way, if you wanted to know in French, at least where I'm from, we say chenille. Maybe it's nice to know, I don't know, but there's literally anything that transforms itself mattered in your case, in this case even. And I feel like it's important because of the letting go part of it. And I think that you are there, maybe you're not, and it's like reversed, but someone isn't, like we mentioned, that someone is still attached to the pain, attached to, but it's gonna go back and it's gonna be just like old times. Somebody here needs to have a lesson of letting go. That's why it was necessary for this to end. Also, it probably is a lesson for them, for their next relationship, for their next friendship, for their next everything. Also could be for you. Especially in regards of argument. I feel like once they let go, they're gonna see so more clearly what they said wrong, how they acted wrong. And I think they're really gonna work on this. At least I feel like this when I look at it. I can see someone in my head like doing shadow work or working on self and having some realization about their behavior. But it's like, well, it seems the future, so it doesn't feel like it's now. So it was definitely a lesson. Your lesson, basically. I'm gonna give you some, I never know what to call them, but basically we're gonna see if you can have some initials or zodiac sign, anything like that that might confirm to you who this person is, or your name, anything like that. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we have March, Virgo, June. Oh, is there not a character named June in Euphoria, I think? That might be Jules. Jules also could be significant then. There might be something about this character. Her behavior especially. August. Scorpio. Death. Yeah, I'm not surprised. January. W. It could also be M. But I truly feel like this one is a W. 7. Y. N. B. I heard why me. D. I think another one fell off. Did it? Yeah, about one, but there was one on the floor. So 9. Okay, so you might be born, or this person, in March, June, August, January. You might be a Virgo, Scorpio, or this person could be, or it might be something that is significant in your chart or theirs. The first letter of your first or last name or theirs could be W, Y, N, B, D, and I. Bianca, Beatrix, very specifically with the X at the end. Dominique, Ireland, Noah, Willow, the number 7 and 9 could be significant. You already had 777, so this could be a number that you see a lot, especially now, or that you're starting to see a lot, or will start to see a lot. You know, January is Capricorn, at least part of it. Part of March is Pisces. Part of June is, I was about to say Leo. Maybe you are a Leo. Okay, so June, it could be Gemini. Oh, I have like a blank space in my mind for August. Very specific, but the N and the B, I heard Nubian. If you didn't know, there were actually people living in Egypt. I hope I'm not mistaken, because I did visit a Nubian village, so. But I think in time in the past, it was more like established that they were there. The D and the I heard disclosure. For part one, this is everything I have for you in regard of the person thinking and feeling of your friendship falling off with them. I hope I was clear. I hope I was not too much all over the place. There were a lot of things happening at the same time, and I mean messages. So I hope this could give you a good clue about what happened on their side, maybe some closure for some of you. Don't forget to like this video if you loved it, if you resonated with this message. Also, feel free to subscribe to never miss any reading I'm uploading. I post a new one every Saturday. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, about to you. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the third house or this little orange Scarab. First off, what I have to say might only be about you, so this might be a confirmation if you needed one. But you chose the third house with communication, so maybe you are a Gemini, or Gemini is something relevant or that you see a lot in your chart, in your zodiac chart. Also, I feel drawn to communication. I feel drawn to say that it might be something that were important between you and the person. We're gonna look into what they're thinking and feeling about your friendship falling off. So there might be a point where you used to have a very good communication with this person. Maybe you both are a good communicator. Maybe you both are Gemini or an air sign, so Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. This might be significant or relevant to one of you. This also informing that for some of you, the communication part represents actually a bad communication. Maybe that is what made your friendship fall off or start to fall off at some point, because of miscommunication. We'll see with your tarot what it has to say. So I'm gonna move your card here. So in tarot, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, already a lot of Pentacles. Justice. I mentioned Libra, so this one makes me think of Libra. The Devil, Capricorn. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And the Ace of Cups. I want to say, just to clarify, that all of my decks are always pre-shuffle. I shuffle them once a reading is done and before a reading is done. And also while I'm asking the question, sometimes while I'm meditating. So they shuffle quite a lot. And therefore, this is not a coincidence that you have that much pentacles, okay? I just want you to know. So since you have a lot of earth energy, maybe you or this person could be Taurus, they could be Capricorn, and they also could be a Virgo. So those are the earth signs. Maybe it's you, maybe it's them. Maybe it's one of you having a lot of this energy in your chart. Also, I feel like it's pushing me more in the direction that of the material, because a lot of the times Pentacles they can represent finance, money, but also the material aspect. Is it possible for some of you, or even just one, that you live with this friend, that you owned something with this friend? Maybe I heard a house for someone here. This could be an apartment. Maybe you live in the same apartment, but it's like I really heard like we owned something, and then I heard house. And maybe it's representing a living situation. That's why I said it's maybe an apartment. But still, I really heard we own something together. So for some of you, it does feel like that's what separated you. That's why something went wrong. Something went sideways. out of control even. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, I heard we were building something together, like a company. And you were both supposed to be the owners. You were both owners. You were both representing this company, putting efforts and money and time in this company equally. But then it didn't feel equally. And you know, with the communication, that could be it. That could be them feeling like you didn't communicate well on a matter that was very significant, but also on your side you could feel the same for them. So you could be mirroring each other into why, how did this happen. Well, I don't know why it makes me sad, but I heard we shared the dream. So you both had the same dream, you both had an aspiration, and since you were close, you decided to make it possible for both of you at the same time. I heard like, who better than you for doing this with, you know? Oh, some of you might have had an opportunity elsewhere, and that's when the miscommunication comes in. It's like it was a secret. It was not something that had been said, and it needed to be said because you needed to put your cards on the table with each other at all time to make sure you were good partners, you know? Okay, so for some of you, it might have been a friendship and a partnership, but for one of you or a small group in your group, this might simply be a partnership that you started with someone. I feel like they felt that they worked harder, that they put more time, more effort into whatever it was or it is that they were building. I also feel like they felt like it was not fair that something happened, and they were like, but that's not fair. It was not supposed to happen like that. Maybe if you were friends first and started this partnership, they realized, but I also feel like it's you who realized that you were not such a good match in regards of working together, building something together. I feel like you both discovered that you were quite toxic for one another in this area. And if you were friends first, that's truly what destroyed this friendship, at least in their eyes. I can kind of hear somebody say, like, if we didn't start this, if we didn't go down that road, we would still be friends today. Okay, this might be very specific, but with the that's not fair part and the 10 of Pentacles, I heard something about like there was an imbalance. Like one of you might have an opportunity elsewhere or an opportunity in the same area, in the same work, in the same thing, and this person took it, and obviously it went well, but the other, which could be this friend that we are trying to figure out what's happening in their mind. So this friend felt like left out. This friend felt like it was not fair. It should be an opportunity that you both were working on. I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles, somebody here succeeded more than the other or benefited more than the other. And it's not to say that this person, whether it's you or them, we're not worthy of this, because clearly if it's an opportunity that comes and you take it, it works well, then yeah, you're worthy of it. But I think it's how it was approached, how it was said, how it was mentioned, that how it was communicated between the two that were the problem. I think that's how it ruffled some feathers, if I can use this expression. Is it like ruffle some feathers? Anyway, I just hope you understand this expression that I'm kind of getting, but I'm not sure how you say it. Is it possible that for some of you it's something that happened a long time ago, I'm getting, or when you were younger? Or just age in general could be significant. Maybe they were younger than you, or you were younger than them, and it mattered in some way. And I just heard, but we were both young and it's in the past. So if it mostly feel like it's something that, especially if it did happen a long time ago for someone here, it does feel like this person still thinks about the friendship or the moments you shared, and still feel like you could reconnect in some way. You could retalk or really reconnect. There's this a sense of, but it's in the past and it doesn't matter anymore. So that might be extremely specific. See your oracles. We have escape, clever, self-love juice, worship, shadow, ritual, and you don't have to explain your dreams, they belong to you. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one because it really makes me feel like some of you, there's somebody here who had an opportunity and took it, and it didn't include both of you. You also have trumpet, gentian, power and healing. To get what you love, you first have to be patient with what you have. Peony, prosperity and compassion. Prosperity depends more on wanting what you have than on having what you want. And, oh, I don't know how to say this one. Daffodil? I really don't know. So rebirth and new beginnings. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Oh, I think it's really a representation of this friendship for you guys. Yeah, I really feel like somebody went it to their own way. It's like the path suddenly were cut into two, and you both decided to walk on your own path instead of both on the same. Whoever decided to make that decision, decided to take that opportunity, it was for the best. It was something you needed to do. You don't have to feel guilty for this. I think it was a lesson of you or they needed to see that they could do this alone, because there might have been occasion where the person who took that decision, the person who took this opportunity, might have been somebody who kind of depended on the other, who needed to always be with the other, and didn't really know what to do without the other. So this was a lesson to realize that yes, you can succeed alone. You can walk alone. You have the right to do this, and it's okay. You are capable of it. Escape makes me feel like there might be a miscommunication, but there might be like a rupture in communication with both of you. At least it could be how this person felt, of like suddenly it was radio silence and it's over. Suddenly the other disappeared. And it could have been talked more. It should have been talked more. With the peony, especially the word compassion, I heard, after everything, I thought I deserved more. But I really feel like it's the communication that didn't happen that they're referring to. It's like after everything we shared, after everything we went through together, I feel like we we could have ended things in a better way. Might be specific, but maybe somebody here betrayed the other, actually, or it felt like this. With the devil and the clever, I'm looking at the fox, and I feel like maybe there was action that were taken, and maybe the intention behind it was not bad, was not to be hurtful or to be, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna stop there, but I hope you get my point. It's like maybe the intention behind the action was not bad, was not to hurt, was not to betray, but somebody still felt betrayed, still felt like, oh, but I trusted you and you planted a knife on my back. They might have been very bitter, I think it's how you say it, bitter, bitterness. Especially in the beginning, if it's something that happened a long time ago. If it's not, then they could still be, because they're still like, oh, you're very smart, huh? Like, they still feel like you've played them, or you do. You can always reverse what I'm getting. But there's really that sense of, for some, it's been a long time, and they're like, well, we could talk again. But then there's those of you, it's like, I can feel this bitterness, I can feel this anger, this betrayal, as if it's happening to me now. So I feel like your group is divided into timelines. For those of you where it's recent, it could also apply to those of you in the past. It's just in the sense that it might, what I'm gonna say might already happened to you or not. But for the person who felt very betrayed and like you played them, and it's really hurtful, it's really they're stuck on it. It's like they have something in their chest, like, oh my god, but it hurts. I kind of feel like they want to avenge themselves, like have a little vengeance. So maybe in the beginning they were thinking to themselves, like, they're gonna do something to show you that you were wrong, to show you that you shouldn't have done what you did, to show you what you lost, because they want justice back, because they really feel like you shouldn't have done this to them. They didn't deserve this, and now you have to pay. I really feel like somebody here went through this way of feeling and thinking. But I don't think they actually did something to get revenged. I think they just got over it and realized, yeah, it's not worth it. And learned that they can do their own things in their own terms, in their own way. But there were this feeling of vengeance at some point. No, vengeance is a strong word in your situation. I don't want you to feel like it's something to be scared of, because it mostly feel like it's about showing off something. It's about proving to somebody else, I look what I've done, look where I'm at, with materials, especially with all these pentacles, with its job, with its finances, etc. Mostly in that sense that I'm feeling. I feel like overall, all of this was like a giant healing journey for somebody. It also could be for both of you, because I feel like it's like surrounded by things that someone needed to heal from, to change from. And I definitely see that it's happening, that it happened. Yeah, at the end of the day, especially those of you where you're in the past timeline, it does feel like you could talk to to someone again, and they will not be angry with you anymore. They will actually be happy to hear from you, because they are making this difference. So, but it's in the past, and we were young, and it was different, etc., etc. I'm gonna give you some numbers, letters, maybe zodiac sign, anything like that, to give you an idea of maybe someone, a time that is important, or a confirmation that it's you or them, etc. We'll see. Okay. So we have November, Capricorn, and we also have it in the Devil and with every earth energy in your pile. Winter, July, fall. Oh, I see. April. I think of April, I think that's her name, in Parks and Recreation. Maybe some of you have I think she's very funny. I like her sense of humor. So maybe it is referring to your sense of humor, or this person's sense of humor that we're talking about. Oh, I just had something else. I kind of forgot my where my thoughts were taking me. I think it was related to Gemini. Yeah. I think there was something about Gemini, so keep Gemini in mind. Scorpio. G. Jessica, James, Jeremy, Jeremiah. Jones, Joe. Jaune. The color jaune in French is yellow in English. A. 7. 0. W or M. F. I heard Fatima. Mama or mother in English. For real, like a question mark at the end. 07. You might be born on the 7th of any month or on the 7th month, which I think the 7th month of the year is actually July, and you have it here. You might be born in, or this person, in November, winter in general, July, fall, April. Or you might be a Scorpio or Capricorn. The first letter of your first or last name could be G, A, M, F, or W. 70 could also be significant. Maybe somebody is 70 years old. Maybe you know someone who's 7 years old and it's important to you. Maybe 7 is a lucky number, or 70 is. The 70s could be significant. Maybe songs from the 70s or something related to this time. Adrienne, Audrey, Mohammed with the M, Walmart with the W. I don't know. I heard Jamestown with the G, A, and M. I think I read about this in history class about the US. Is this something that was in 1600 or 1700s? I don't really know the timeline. Is this something that it still has that name? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. If it does, please let me know. It could be relevant to someone. Fall and winter. Currently, when I'm filming this, we are in fall, we are in November, but we're going into winter. Maybe those are months or moment of the year that were important for you and this person, that were important to this friendship that fought off, or maybe for some of you, recognition, not reconciliation, that's what I mean. So yeah, maybe that indicates moments, major moments. The F, I heard fiancé. With, do you say fiancé? Do you say the same thing in English? I'm sorry, you're not married, but they proposed. So you're gonna get married. So you're their fiancé. I think you say the same thing. I think I heard this a couple of times. Anyway, I hope you get what I'm hearing. So maybe some of you are currently a fiancé, you will soon, or anything like that. And this might be related to you, this person, or both. So maybe some of you, it's like reconciliation happens because of a wedding or something like that. It doesn't have to be. It might be extremely specific. Part 2, this is everything I have for you in regard of your reading. I hope you resonate with this, at least parts of it, since it really felt like you were divided into two timelines. I hope you could get information that you needed, or even some closure if you needed that. It's to move on, or just to see what was going on in that time period. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this reading. It really helps my channel grow. Also, feel free to subscribe to never miss any reading I'm uploading. I'll post a new one every Saturday. I wish you all the best and hope to see you next time, pal 2. Bye-bye. Hello, pal 3. Welcome back. If you chose the little Scarab or the Descendant card, then this is your reading. Like I mentioned, today we're going to look into a friendship that has fallen off. What does this person believe has happened? Why it has happened in the mind of this person? You chose either the Scarab or the 37. This card, yes, talks about invitation, how you kind of attract other people into your life, how you invite them, how you make them relate to you, and how you relate to them back. So this might be something that is major in your life, something that you're really good at. Maybe you are a social butterfly. Maybe you find yourself being good at finding people that relate to you, or finding people who feel like you're really good at relating to them. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe that's something that was significant with this friendship that we're tuning in. So I'm just gonna move your card here, as well as this one. For your tarot, we have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Is it possible that some of you kind of fell off naturally with the Wheel of Fortune? Kind of like a natural way of things. Of it could have been distance, it could have been jobs, lifestyles. Maybe some of you had a family, the other didn't. So any things like this that kind of bring change into one's life, and the changes were very different from the other's life. So at some point it kind of puts you in a position where it's difficult to see one another, to talk with one another, So it kind of fell off naturally. And for those of you who are only listening, I air quoted the naturally part. Maybe there was an imbalance for some of you. I feel like there's somebody here who believes that you were no longer in the same place. Like somebody here has already succeeded while the other was still working on it. Maybe there was some guilt, I should say shame even, that I'm feeling about a certain part of their life or a certain aspect of it, like definitely being compared to the other, or comparing oneself to another. I feel like somebody here did that. And for some, this led to being more distant. This led to be more, actually, to be less communicative with the other. Yeah, so some of you, it did lead to the over part of this friendship. To kind of heartbreak of like, yeah, I lost this person. But one person here is like, you lost it because of yourself, because you were ashamed of something that you shouldn't have been. But I'm not saying that it's bad to feel that emotion. But I'm just saying that whoever felt that, it's just sad that they didn't felt safe enough to share what was going on. There's definitely someone here who felt like they couldn't talk about it because again there's really shame that I'm feeling here about something. They would feel like they were begging for your attention, or like they were complaining about something they shouldn't. So I think that really put a can I say a bridge? But it, not like a bridge, but like a hold into the friendship that you used to have. It really put distance between the two. No, there's nothing without trust. I feel like at some point someone didn't trust anymore, and it could be possible that the other felt it and it was like, it's not something we can repair now. I feel like someone here was feeling lost or is feeling lost. But it goes back to, they look at you, and you can always reverse what I'm saying, by the way. If you don't resonate with this, it might be you. But it feels like they didn't really feel like they were the same place as you. They probably watched from a distance you get a new life, or then maybe there were new people around you, new opportunities, and it seems like it was going really, really well on the outside for you, and they kind of felt like, but I'm not part of this. But they might have tried to appear as if they do in the beginning, but they were very, very lost. They didn't know. At some point it was like, I cannot keep up. I cannot continue. Yeah, I'm tired. Like, I feel like it's something very personal that caused this I have breach. Maybe that's the word I was searching for earlier. This breach between you two. Like the action of someone, and the action of someone was caused by the way they view themselves, the way they view the world, but especially the way they view themselves. Even their self-esteem, their self-worth was not that high, was not that good, could have affected and made all of this. I don't know if it's significant, but we have something that's like, you see, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I'm not mistaken, that's 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have something that follows, you know. I don't know why I'm sticking to this, but yeah, I am. Someone here really didn't want to be seen as less than, or as if they needed help, but they needed help. It goes back to, there's something about this that feels like the root cause comes from something very, very personal to someone. It could have been what I mentioned about how they're feeling, but maybe the thing that caused this person to feel those emotions, to feel those things. But I think the idea behind it is, if what they're trying to say is, it's not your fault. I should have been open. I should have told you. I should have asked for help when I needed to. But in this time, I couldn't. It's like, for them, this wasn't actually an option. So the way they acted when it ended, if it ended like in a conversation, or if it ended in an argument, but to be honest, I really feel like it kind of fell off, like I said, quoting this naturally part. But for those of you who it didn't end like this, it does feel like this person is trying to say that it wasn't really them who talked. It was more because they were full of negative emotion, full of like thoughts in their head that they couldn't control, they couldn't understand, they couldn't get rid of. And they definitely regret some things, but they didn't know better. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see your oracles. We have resurrection. Oh, it's so nice. It's the same thing. 555 change, sorry. Something new is coming. Consciousness. Let's get drunk and tell each other everything we're afraid to say sober. Yeah, honestly, somebody here was scared of telling the truth about themselves and how they were feeling. Write it out until what hurt you heals. Definitely confirms to me that somebody here was really hurt inside. I've polished this anger and now it's a knife. And enjoy where you are now. Definitely feel like it's something in the past, and like it's about someone who is different now because they work things out, I guess. That's what I'm feeling, at least for some. You also have Snapdragon, graciousness and benevolence. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. I like this. Violet, faithfulness and modesty. Modesty is the shining light that prepares the mind to receive knowledge and the heart for truth. I'm sorry. Very specific, but with Violet, are some of your readers, do you read YA or New Adult? Is this the name? Anyway, I have the book Fourth Wing in mind with Violet, the main character. So maybe it's significant for some of you. Also, Bridgerton, if I'm not mistaken, the mother of the Bridgerton girls and boys is Violet, is called Violet. Might be something that you used to watch together, or both of you are readers, or it's just for you as a confirmation in some way. It does feel with everything that it's about someone who went through a lot, who was going through a lot, and was lost. Honestly, I know I keep repeating myself, but I keep hearing this. I don't think they had the ability to deal with the situation, with this friendship ending, with everything, honestly, in their life a different way. I really don't feel like they had the ability to do so. Now would be something else, because I strongly feel like this person changed. They probably did shadow work. Maybe some of them went to do a psychologist, went to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whatever it's called. But it does feel like at some point in their story they were able to go for the help that they needed to ask for. And no matter what happened, no matter what you could have said, what you could have done, I don't think you were the one who was supposed to help them. I don't think you were supposed to be able to help them. Sadly, I think that it was supposed to end for them to open their eyes and for them to learn. It's like they had to lost somebody close to them, you, in order to realize that they could do something, that they didn't have to keep on going and hiding. If in the future or later on they didn't want to lose another person as close as you were before, then they would have to work on themselves. It doesn't feel like they have something bad to say about you. I have this this feeling when I look at everything and I kind of let myself be surrounded by the energy of this person. It kind of feels like they're thankful and they're very happy of the moments they share with you. I heard I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know if I'm saying this expression correctly. I hope so. I'm going to give you some, we'll say, clues about if this is your pal, if this is the person you have in mind, etc. So I have some letters, zodiac sign, numbers, and we'll see what pops out for you. Okay. So we have the letter. Do you say E? Yeah, I think you say that. My brain this morning is not very working well, so sorry about that. L, Lila. Oh, Futurama. Did you watch Futurama? Lila. I have that in mind. Anyway. D, seven, T, toddler for some reason came to my mind. N, M, you could also see it as a W, four, G, oh no, it was the number 8, 9, 6, 1, so nobody has dirty dots. Gemini, and the number 8 that kind of fell off. So you could be a Gemini, this person could be a Gemini, or it could be significant in your chart. The first letter of your first name or last name or of this person could be NTDLEGRM. You could be born on the 8, 7, 4, 9, 1, or 6 of any month, or this represents a month of the year or of this person. You could be 61, 69, 64, 67, 47, 19, 18, 16, 49, 41, 94, 98. I'll be surprised, but that would be cool. Maybe you're born on the 18, 19, or any other dates for any months, or those are numbers that are significant for you. So 444 is a protection, for example. Maybe you wear this or you see this a lot. Same for 111, maybe you see 111 a lot, or you used to. 666, 888, 777, 999. 999, if I'm not mistaken, is about like, and I have let it go in my mind, but it's like something that ended, or somebody that kind of is out of your life that I have cast out, but it's not necessarily casting out someone, but just like something that has been rid of. That's how I see it. Yeah, toddler came back again. Doctor. Johnson & Johnson, the company. Maybe you buy things from them. Not today. That's what I'm hearing. Marisa Jameson. Tomorrow. Teresa. Mother Teresa. November. Movember. When I'm filming, I think they entered this Movember thing. Maybe it's significant for one of you. David and the Goliath. Is it Goliath? Anyway, you get it. Just David. Tessa. Oh no. I have Anna Todd After series. And I say oh no because I didn't like it, so sorry. It's a really personal opinion that I put in there, but sorry. You just don't mind it if you like this series. It's okay. But yes, Part 3, this is everything I have for you in regard to your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you resonate with your reading. Please let me know in the comment section below if you feel comfortable to, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up if that's the case. I hope you could have an idea of what happened, especially if you were really like in the clouds, not really knowing why it happened or how it happened, what was going on. So I hope maybe some of you had some closure because of it. If not, then it's totally fine. Feel free to subscribe to never miss any reading I'm uploading. I post a new one every Saturday. I wish you all the best and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.